Alana, you are the greatest woman of God that I have ever known. You're my best friend, my confidant, and I wholeheartedly love you. Finding you has been my greatest dream and my prayer come true. I could have never imagined that all of this would simply unfold, or that our journey would begin with us both making a simple decision to say yes to the will of God. I left Ohio and you left Mississippi to follow Jesus to Alabama, not knowing that in our pursuit of him that he was leading us to each other. Our story solidifies my belief that God only writes masterpieces. Today marks the start of a chapter that I have anticipated my entire life. I cannot promise that I will be the perfect husband, but I do promise to try, and you deserve that. I promise that I will always lead us according to the will of God, and I promise that I'll always be your biggest fan, most vocal supporter, and a believer in your dreams. I promise not to keep score, even if I'm clearly winning. We will have a safe and loving household. We will raise incredible children, and we will enjoy growing old together. I won't keep you from your passions of llamas, Mexican food, or Christmas movies. And I could not, even if I tried. I'll end by saying this. Together, we will continue to finish our story the way it began, saying yes to God and his will. Wherever that path may lead, I'm just glad it's with you.
Michael. Oh, goodness. I stood in a church many years ago with a very similar experience. And I was in a dress that at that time I would deem equally as beautiful. I stood in front and I felt something shift in me. And I was only an 8-year-old little girl the night that the Lord filled me with the Holy Ghost. And today I stand here in another beautiful dress in front of a church and I can feel something shifting in me. That night I turned, I locked eyes with my mom as if to say, it really is for me and it could happen to me. And today as I've glanced over at the guests and seen some of them here and there, with those we love, it's as if the Lord is confirming it can still happen for you. I've prayed for many years before knowing you and after knowing you for a man of God to walk life's journey with. But I told the Lord one day with a genuine spirit, I said, Lord, I'll go alone if you would have me, but if not, at least make him a world changer. And you are that and so much more. Michael, I promise to dream with you and let your dreams become mine. I will push and fight and run with you towards goals and visions. And I promise to live a life of service and a life spent on our knees. I promise to seek the furtherance of the kingdom continually with you daily. And I promise to remind you of who you are when you may feel weak. And when you feel as if the world is crumbling and you can't go on, I'll lift your arms up and help steady you. I'll be your armor bearer and intercessor for as long as we may live. And I'll defend and honor you and back you anytime in the ministry. I promise to be someone who you can joyfully lead. And I'll trust you when I can't see, that you won't lead me into the deep of dark waters. And even if so, hopefully I'll carry a light to help us through. Here's to a lifetimes of Mondays and Sundays and church days and door knocking, because I want to witness the mundane with you as much as I want to see the miraculous. And lastly, no matter where we go in life, and no matter what heights we may elevate to, I promise and commit to you to never love you more than I love him. I promise to love Jesus more than I could ever love you. He'll be my center and you're just simply my blessing. But he will be first, and that will help me serve fervently and diligently. So I say to you today, let's make a kingdom difference and be the atmosphere shifters we're called to be. And I'm so honored that you chose me to run this race with you.
David was anointed 3 times to be. And the second anointing was to bring chaos into unity. That which was divided and separated to bring into one. His third anointing brought him into a completion of God's plan. You've stepped into this second anointing. There will be a third in time.
Amen.
Sister Alana, you're like Esther. Never found your place. But God just showed me. The scepter has been stretched out to you. And you have now stepped into your place. Ask, for your words will not fall to the ground. In the name of Jesus. You may kiss your bride.
Can you let Mr. and Mrs. Michael Murray know how much we love them?